It is a storm alert weather mode on this Tuesday, and tomorrow will also be a storm alert weather mode as we're tracking multiple rounds of heavy rain. And we're not looking at much of a severe threat, but there is going to be an elevated flooding potential as we get saturated ground and a lot of runoff here over the next couple of days. So those low-lying areas, creeks, streams, all need to be on high alerts. If you live near a stream or a creek, keep an eye on it this week to see if the water levels start to rise, because again, we've had a drought recently, so there will be a lot of runoff, and that's going to lead to some localized flooding. We're seeing a little bit of rain already this morning, not a whole lot, but there's going to be a couple of showers that you're going to have to dodge on your morning commute. I'd go ahead and pack that umbrella or rain jacket in the car because you're going to need it later this afternoon and evening if you don't need it this morning. We have some damp roadways across North Georgia. This is down in Dalton at North Georgia Toyota. You can see traffic still moving, not seeing any fog out there. So no big issues out there weather-wise this morning, but notice this system coming in. I mean, there's a lot of moisture with it. Snow on the north end across Kentucky and Virginia in that blue. We have heavy rain from Nashville down to Memphis, and we're going to see this fill in nicely for us a little bit later on. So all of the coverage isn't high just yet. That'll change in a big way later this afternoon. Flood watches will go into effect right around lunchtime and continue all the way through Thursday morning. I think the highest flooding potential for us is going to be tomorrow afternoon and evening, because we're already going to have a day of rain under our belt, and the rainfall intensity is going to pick up on Wednesday as well. So that's going to give us a lot more runoff as we continue throughout the middle of the week. Now for your temperatures, again, there's snow to our north, but we're going to be a little too warm for any of that. 37 in Dayton. So it is colder the further north you get across the viewing area, but still above freezing. And then low to mid 40s here in Chattanooga and Cleveland, upper 40s from Dalton down to Calhoun. So a little bit warmer to the south, but I think most of us are going to range anywhere from the mid to upper 40s. So it's going to be a chilly, rainy day. And notice how the coverage starts to increase a little bit later on. So by about 9 o'clock, still not a whole lot going on. Lunchtime, we're starting to get more of that heavy rain along the plateau. Then after 2 p.m., going to become widespread here across the Tennessee Valley, and once that happens, it's on. We're going to be getting rain for the rest of the day, so your evening commute, there's going to be issues. Tomorrow morning here 6 o'clock, the coverage is going to be very high, and even throughout the afternoon and evening, we're just going to have wave after wave of rain. And tomorrow afternoon and evening, that's where we could get some of the really heavy rain, and that'll continue through Wednesday night. So a lot of our rainfall is going to come into the picture tomorrow into tomorrow night, and then by Thursday morning, this starts to shift off to our east and we finally get a break. But over the next 48 hours, look at these rainfall totals. We're talking 4, 5, maybe even 6 inches in spots. So a solid 3 to 5 on the way over the next 48 hours. And that's more rain than we've gotten in months. And it's all coming in just 24 to 48 hour period. So certainly going to be some localized flooding concerns. And then we're going to get a break Thursday and a Friday, a much needed break with some sunshine. But that doesn't last long because we're going to have another low pressure kind of develop. And this one's going to be a nice, strong low pressure bringing a cold front across the Tennessee Valley. That'll give us some rain beginning Saturday morning, but then late Saturday night into Sunday, we're going to have that main front come through the Tennessee Valley, and that could lead to some strong to severe storms. So really going to keep my eye on Saturday, but through the next 5 to 7 days, we're talking 5 to 7 inches of rainfall here area wide. And again, for the severe threat today, non-existent. Tomorrow, maybe a strong storm in places like Fort Payne and Scottsboro, mainly across Alabama. Most of us should be clear of any severe weather, but there certainly could be rumbles of thunder. But again, I'm keeping a close eye on Saturday because we're going to get more heavy rain, and it doesn't look like the ingredients are going to be favorable for some severe weather, especially damaging wind gusts. So again, keeping a close eye on Saturday, and that's why we're going back into storm alert weather mode on Saturday. So 3 out of the next 7 days going to be alert days, and then Thursday into Friday we get some dry conditions. It's going to be breezy on Thursday and a little bit colder. In fact, Friday morning we're waking up to 29, and then Saturday more rain and maybe some severe weather late that evening into early Sunday morning before we dry out and cool down. But hey, at least we're going to get some sunshine for Valentine's Day and President's Day.
Okay.
So I guess that's good news, right?
Yeah, we can take that.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Thank you, Clay.